Thank you.
Yes, welcome back to the Crows Grand Final Breakfast. Joining us now, well, a couple of names, faces, or perhaps voices well known to Adelaide people. Baz and Pilko, you're on this function last year, you're on this year. Is it a good omen?
Oh, Tony and I were just talking about the fact, the comparison to last year. I think last year there was a lot of apprehension there. I think there's more of a buzz today. I think the fact we've been there, I've been to the Grand Final, visited that, but last year I really didn't build up this breakfast until about the last half hour of the show, but today there's real vibrance out there.
The Grand Final week in Melbourne is just a massive event. I mean, as you will know, you played football, but Adelaide until last year hadn't experienced that. Now it's becoming a regular event, isn't it?
Oh, I just noticed there's a greater Crows presence in the streets of Melbourne this morning than there is North Melbourne.
Bruce, you don't realise how good the Crows colours are until you see them walking around Melbourne at 8:30 or so this morning. The colours look fantastic.
Yeah.
Last year, as Baz was saying, there was a feeling of, gee, aren't we lucky to be here?
Yeah.
What a buzz, what a thrill. And this year it's a case of, hey, this is where we ought to be. Come the last Saturday in September, we reckon we're good enough to be here.
Well, that's exactly once you've got that first premiership out of the way. Last year it buried a lot of knockers, didn't it?
Oh, sure did. I mean, they're there again. They're certainly the two best sides in the competition this year. Two real heavyweights, I think, as Terry Wallace said. And it's very, very hard, and we all hope for the Crows to win, but it really is hard to separate them on favouritism.
Let's just talk about the South Australian presence here at Wesley College yesterday at the training. There was 3,000 or 4,000 people, and Wesley College Oval is a beautiful oval, beautiful grounds, in perfect condition. There was 3,000 or 4,000 people. Everything the Crows did, there was applause, there was clapping, there was cheering. And just as you said in the streets, there's that many flags, that there are going to be a big support at the MCG today. You couldn't honestly, wouldn't matter how mad a Port Adelaide fan you are, you couldn't honestly support a Victorian team ahead of an Adelaide team.
No way. Are you?
You're trying really hard now, Bruce, to be generous here. But you guys are used to being in grand finals. You think, come the last Saturday.
Yeah, but not the real ones.
Oh, yeah, that's right, not the real ones.
That was the joke on radio yesterday. Port Adelaide, they brought the tradition. They'd never miss a grand final. Well, they've done it, haven't they? So they're going along beautifully. What's a
chance of having the speech already rehearsed?
No chance at all, mate. We're playing it quarter by quarter, and hopefully if we get a good start, we'll be right. So
I just mentioned to one of the other guys, I mean, you're trying to keep it low key, but this sort of starts to get the butterflies turning, doesn't it?
Oh, it's good. In a way, we've looked forward to getting across here and starting the parade and hopefully getting into the game as quick as we can. We've got one more training session to get through, so once you get through that, you can really concentrate and set your sights on the game.
Well, a chance of creating history 2 in a row.
Yeah, well, it's very appealing, and you've got to be in there to give yourself a chance. We've done that, so we'll see how we go.
Joining us here is Catherine Harvey, sponsorship manager for the Crows, but more importantly, one of Australia's finest netballers. You've just finished celebrating, Catherine. When's it going to stop for you?
I can't stop smiling, just coming off the Commonwealth Games and then coming to an event like this, actually working with the Crows, and they've got an opportunity to go back to back. Life's pretty good at the moment.
Now,
Well, the hard man of football, Mr. Mark Rasciuto, it's a big game, isn't it?
Yeah, ready to go. Just get the parade over and done with, and ready to go tomorrow.
Look, this must have been, I mean, the nerves must have been really turning around after missing out on last year. You've culminated a grand final berth. Only one thing more is a win, isn't it?
That's it. That's all we're here for, to win tomorrow, and hopefully we'll do the right thing.
Rennie, you're going to play a big major role in this game tomorrow. You going to jump all over him?
It'll be a good contest.
It'll be a good contest, all right.
Yeah.
You want to be in hard. I mean, the first bounce of any grand final sets the tone for the whole game.
Yeah, it'll be, hopefully it's a nice day like today, and should be a good day. Looking forward to it.
joining us, Neil Curley. We talk some serious football, but you've already been down to the MCG. Another beautiful day. You're out in the grass. You're pumped, aren't you?
Down there at 7:30, Bruce, have you sniff around, and the queues are incredibly long, not straight, they twist like this, like a snake, so they can all fit in. Unbelievably, the people down there is incredible.
But it's a big day of footy, it's already underway, isn't it?
It is. 8 o'clock the boys started, and I went out in the grass just to have a look at the ground. It's ready.
It's ready. Have you seen the MCG? It is the place. They could never take the grand final away from there, could they?
Look, I've been lucky now. This is my 4th grand final as a bounty rider, and it is just an experience that you just relive every year. It's just something special about it.
Curls, there was no one happier than you last year when they won, and you followed them very closely this year.
Yes.
Did you think during the season that we'd be sitting here again this morning?
No, I thought when we dropped the 2 games against Carlton and Fremantle, I thought, gee whiz, they're struggling. But you've got to give Malcolm Blight full credit. His player management skills are absolutely fantastic. He got the boys together, no raving and ranting, just straight plain facts. You do it this way and let's get it right. And they've come back, and I think they're a better side this year than they were last year.
What's Malcolm's standout ability as a coach?
I think his standout ability is the fact that he will try things. And he has tremendous faith in his players. And he's not like some coaches I know that don't do this, don't try that, no, be careful, have a go at it. If it doesn't work, well, then we'll look at something else. But he gives the players tremendous confidence, go out and do their own thing, as long as they stay within the team structure and discipline. And you would love that, and you would love it as a player. I'm free to do as I want to, but I've got to do it right.
Talk about experience and discipline. 16 of the 22 were here last year, including 2 other blokes who missed out last year with Shoot on Vardy. So there's a lot of level heads this time around in Melbourne.
He's got a full rack to play with, virtually, but so too of North. I think they've got 18 of the 56 boys, of the 96
56,
boys.
the Olympics, 4 gold medals.
The 96 boys still there. So there's a lot of experience on the ground. I think North Melbourne have got the edge in big game experience because a lot of their players have played over 200.
But you're talking big game experience. But the Crows players, they're up 9, 10 finals, each of them. And as you know, finals are different. They travel now. This is their 5th week in a row. They've got as much experience. I mean, the great Hawthorn teams of the 80s, their players had 20 finals. We talk about that. The Crows are halfway there.
Oh, look, the experience, the inexperience is not a cross they have to carry. They are ready. There's no question there. I just feel for the Crows to win the footy match, 2 players that have to stand up and play well. One is Robrin and the other is Jarman. But also, those 2 boys fire, they're in.
Traditionally, Blight, as well as grand finals, someone always pops up on the centre stage out of nowhere. Who will it be this year?
Well, it could be anybody, of course. One of the lesser known. But I feel those 2 players must fire for the Crows to win.
Just talk about
I disagree, but we'll talk about that later.
Last week, he was kicking them from 65 metres out. Now, the way the game is played nowadays, there's a lot of that transfer of the ball around that area looking for a lead. If you kick it to Matthew Robin, he can actually have a shot.
Well, it gives the Crows the option that the North Melbourne have with Carey, who can kick equally as long and equally as accurate from a long way out. Robin will match him. I don't know if he'll match his ball-getting ability, but he'll certainly match his kicking ability.
All right, Peter Vardy, bit of a question mark over it. He didn't train last night, but
that's
all
smart
under control.
They would have had to jab him and then jab him again, and that's ineffective. So they rested him last night.
Well, they told me if they jab him, he can't sleep, so
that's right.
He just had a bit of time in the gym. So
that's why he didn't train last night.
There's just so many players who can just pop up and kick a bag, isn't there?
On both sides. Both sides.
I disagree. I think Adelaide's got far more options.
Abraham's a sleeping giant. Don't worry about him.
The last time
Shannon Grant is a very good player, the most accurate kick in the competition, 46 goals, 14. Shannon Grant is one to watch.
Allison, like North Melbourne.
Brett Allison could win the Norm Smith medal. There you go.
What, with 4 kicks?
That's all he'll need. He'll get 5 or 6 goals out of 4 kicks.
Well, it will happen this afternoon. As we've already said, it's going to be a great game. 2 teams at their absolute peak. Girls, we'll look forward to seeing you on the commentary. And we know you'll be very biased. Good on you on the boundary. All right, we'll take a break from the Crows breakfast, but plenty more coming up.
Tape parade again. How good's this?
Very exciting.
I mean, you want to try and keep a lid on the thing, but when you get this sort of emotion around the place, do the butterflies start turning?
Yeah, it's a nice day, and hopefully it's like this tomorrow. So it's going to be a good crowd out there, and have a good bit of fun.
Well, mate, you know you've got a lot of pressure riding on you after that performance last year in the grand final. If you can turn on something half as good, I think we're nearly home.
I'll be trying my best, Bruce.